Ruby snickered, thinking of the cherry pie she'd had after finishing her eggs that morning, and that she'd shared that pie with her mom as they stood at the kitchen counter and watched through the window as the dogs played in the yard. But that's totally true. She grabbed a few cans of chickpeas to make hummus and some Greek olives to add to the pasta sauce she and her mom planned to put up over the weekend. There were so many tomatoes waiting to be made into salsa and pasta sauce, she probably wouldn't need to buy any until near time to can more the following year. I totally am. Mac says I'm a chatterbox stuck on shuffle, but I'm sure he just misunderstands what the words mean. Maybe he didn't pay attention in his classes at the London School of Economics. Amy waved a hand airily. Clearly, I'm fucking brilliant. I probably wouldn't challenge him at figuring out percentages or gross national product and what have you, but you are the brilliantest, Ruby agreed, as they turned the corner and headed into the bakery section. Her favorite. The scent of fresh bread and all the best carbs greeted her. Right? God, I love bread so much, Amy said as she picked up a pretty French loaf with a leaf pattern cut into the crust. Ever since Marilee took over the bakery here, I've probably eaten my weight in baked goods. All is right in the world. Marilee was a witch in town whose skills with bread and pastry were very well known. Her magic hands made crusts perfectly chewy and crisp. The cinnamon seductive, and her cherry thumbprint cookies were so good, Ruby's mom used to send her a box wherever in the world she was living. A little bit of magic from home. I wish there was a way to bottle this smell, Ruby said, beginning to think on how she might actually make that happen. A candle that scented a room like fresh baked goods would be pretty cool. She grabbed a few loaves, knowing that her parents' kitchen was nearly always full of hungry family and sandwiches made an excellent snack. She paused to look over the selection of breakfast bars to check the ingredients lists. I'm working on a recipe for these. I can make them fresh for half the price and never come across a raisin unless I put it there myself. And I never would. Chocolate is good for you. Don't forget to put some in the recipe, Amy added. You have good ideas. A great reason to keep you around. Walnuts for sure, since my dad is allergic to hazelnuts. In case you're not following along, I've switched topics. I promised a bunch of baked goods in payment for help moving when I found a place. I got off pretty easy, I think. I didn't even attempt to pay anyone with actual money. No one wants an offended Anita Thorne. Goodness, no. Amy shuddered at the thought. Ruby's mom, Anita, was pretty much like Amy's mom, a force of nature. She didn't get where she was in her life without a lot of kicking down doors and demanding her due. She was one of Ruby's idols, a compass in a chaotic world. As for your way of floating around on the wind of a conversation, Amy waved a hand. Please, you and Katie Faith both have that stream of consciousness thing. So since she was here when you were gone, I never fell out of practice following your sentences into new and exciting topics at a moment's notice. Like a roller coaster, and I don't even need to stand in line. Ruby snickered. One of the things that made it easier when Nicole and Greg moved back here was knowing she'd have you and Katie Faith to keep her company until I got here. Amy bumped her hip to Ruby's. Well, as much as we love her and she's definitely fitting in just fine, I missed you, too. You were out in the world doing important stuff, and I was here. Katie Faith was away for years, too, and it was just me and Laura. And now she's off in Scotland for however many years. Their friend had gone to England and Scotland to see some family, and had found love when her car had broken down and the tow driver was now her husband. Life had its own plans, and now the three of us are living within 2 miles of one another for the first time in 6 years. You're mayor, and you're getting married in 2 months. Katie Faith is happy and married and at Jace's side to lead the Dooley Wolves. These are hopeful, powerful days. Amy breathed out slowly and then quickly hugged Ruby. Oh my God, I needed to hear all that. There's so much happening, and we really do need to catch up, but in private, because everyone here is listening and watching everything we're doing. That part of small-town life I didn't miss that much. Come on, I promised I'd grab a few gallons of milk for my mom. I'll be sure to keep the bread up here in the purse holder thing. Nobody ever wanted smushed bread, Ruby said. Says you. I'd still...